All right, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Awoke podcast. Today I have a very special guest, my good friend Tamas. Tamas, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, my name's Tamas, Tamas actually. I was born in Hungary. I lived in Cuba for 16 years, and for 7 years I lived here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I wait for the questions.
Yeah, so Tamas is one of the most interesting people I've met here in Playa del Carmen. He is big into the path of a holistic approach to living and living a life true to your purpose. And I've definitely learned a lot about Tamas and learned a lot from him in ways that have been very beneficial to my life. So I figured it'd be a great opportunity to have him here, to ask him some questions, and to really pick his brain on the way he views the world and his perspective. So would you like to give him a little bit of a background about how you got onto a spiritual path, how you got onto a holistic path, and ultimately where you are today?
Okay, so I was living let's say an everyday life, working, trying to do my living, and following the path that my mind said that yes, this is good. So marry, make kids, buy a house with white fence, and go to the office and do your job. But somehow I always felt that this is not something that I want to do in my life. So I was struggling after like 14 years. After Cuba, I felt like burnout, and I had some medical issues. So like going to have cancer. So I made like cancer-like symptoms, and I was looking for what to do, and then I was quite worried about my life, how my life will be, and so everything was around I was inside my head there a lot. So then 5 years ago I met a very interesting plant medicine that is called Ayahuasca. So it changed my life completely. 4 months later of my first ceremony here in Mexico, I was already on my way to Peru for a retreat. I spent 2 weeks there. The next year I went back. I keep exploring it. What this word is, what is that we are, what is that we are here for, and what is our life goal, what is our dharma. And so it's interesting that last week came to my path an image that I've seen in Peru. That time a Dharma warrior, that was a painting of a visionary painter. So and basically what I realized that everything comes there when you realize that that guy who you look into the mirror every day, that is who you have to live your life with until the end of it. So I realized that there is only one option how you can live with it, accepting it. So there's nothing that you can do but to change what you have done. But yes, you can change what you are going to. So you can change your present, and you can change your future. You cannot change your past. Accepting it, just accepting it. What the first starting point to do that is to love yourself, and this is my biggest realization: how you can love yourself, how you can accept yourself, and through this self-love, through this self-acceptance, you can make your life better. So going from up here and making more decisions from the heart, and making this heart brain coherence, what is I think is the path where you can go, and where you can make your life better. It's not a from one day to other project. It's an everyday work. So you have to work every day on this job. But basically, it's your life. So I think it's worth doing it. At least trying it.
Mm-hmm. So in the modern world right now, we have some of the highest depression rates. We have some of the highest mental health issues, especially in the Western world. So obviously, you going down this alternative path has given you some insights that a lot of people in the modern world are not typically getting, and they go their entire life through unconscious suffering. So what do you think about the current state, 2023 and beyond? Why is it so difficult to find that self-love and really to accept every part of yourself?
Because there's so much distraction in this life. So everything is about distraction. Mobile phones, advertisements, TV, society, the news, everything is distraction. So everything distracts you from who you really are. So they are showing you war, they are showing you fear, they are showing you separation, and that creates anxiousness, anxiety, that creates depression. So why should I be depressed that on the other side of the world there are people starving? I'm really sorry for them, but what does it do to my life? Nothing. Why do I care if there was a car accident in Chicago 2 days ago and 3 people died? Does it affect my life? Yes, if I put attention to it, if I give my energy to it, and if I intake into my life. But a part of it, I don't care. I feel very sorry for them, but it's not my life, it's their life. So I have to worry what is in my life. And in my life is what I see around. My dogs, my plants, my house, my friends, my family, my mom, my kids, and first of all, myself. And if I'm good with myself, I'm good with you, I'm good with the world. Distraction. So this is the key word, what we have to realize, that there are lots of distractions in the world. And this distraction creates fear, anxiety, depression, but on the other part, life is beautiful. So just look around. What Sadhguru said, that if you don't have anything to be grateful in the morning, be grateful that the sun did rise. Because if the sun doesn't rise, we will die very soon, all of us. So if you are not, you cannot find anything that you are grateful for, be grateful for the sun, be grateful for the water, be grateful for yourself, be grateful for your life. And then you can start from there.
So somebody who is in a place in their life that's feeling lost and not really sure where to even find that initial gratitude, like that's a very powerful statement. When you really soak that statement of just being grateful for the fact that the sun comes up in the morning and you really let that connect to your heart, it's a very powerful statement. But to somebody who is in a victim mentality, constantly, suppressing all of their emotions and constantly running away from their issues, it just sounds like another quote that those people can deal with. That's for those people who are healed, who are happy. Me, I'm not happy. And I remember being in that place one time where I would look at people who would be on their spiritual path, who would be healed and, look healed at least. And I would look at them and think, well, they just haven't gone through my struggles. They just don't understand what I've gone through. It was a very selfish approach of not realizing that everybody and every single person in the world has gone through their fair share of suffering, just in a different form. So what sort of, I guess my question with that would be, what sort of direction do you think you need to take to be able to remove those distractions and understand how to use tools from knowledge, from resources of maybe, say, gurus in the world, or even maybe your perspective on gurus, but how to really differentiate the noise versus the tools that can actually help you? How did you find that path for yourself?
Well, I think nobody is different. So I was there where you are at, or I'm on the same path that you are. So all of us, we are having struggles, we are having these problems, the work, the money, the rent, everything. So I'm not out of it. So everybody is doing the same. One is doing in white, one is doing in black, and one is doing in purple. It's just, but if you look around in the world, there are so many tools that you can use, and you can use all these tools and try whether it works for you. Maybe meditation is working for you. Maybe CrossFit is working for you. Maybe boxing is working for you. Maybe running a marathon is working for you. Anything works for you that calms your mind, that pays attention to you, and gets your inner calmness.
Makes you more present.
Yes, because that's when you calm your mind, they call it killing your ego or putting your ego aside. I call it like calming, to find the inner calmness. And that's when you realize that, okay, I'm here in this boat. There's a huge ocean around me. There are other boats. Everybody is heading somewhere. Somebody's rowing, somebody has an engine, somebody has a sail, somebody's paddling with their hands, and somebody has a leaking boat. Do you have you have all the tools in the world to find how you can repair your boat, or you can just say, and I cannot do anything because there's a leak in my boat, there's a hole on my boat, and I will sink. Yes, you will sink. But okay, why are you here? What are you doing here in this life? To see sinking yourself, to see yourself dying. So I just read another. If we are talking about quotes, that most of the people die at the age of 25, and they get buried at around 75.
Yeah, I love that quote. It's
true.
Yeah,
it's true, because okay, what do you do for your life? When was the last time that you did something for yourself, for your body, for your health, for your peace of mind? What did you do, and why don't you do it every day? Because of the work? Then okay, change your work. If your work does not suit for you, you have to change it. Just imagine, you go to your workplace, you go to your office or to your work, spending from 9 to 5, it's like more than 1/3 of a day. And if you hate it, you do something 1/3 of a day what you are hating. So what will it be at the end? It will be hate. You will hate your life. You will not like yourself. But on the other side, so you can always find the beauty of it, of everything, of anything. And as I'm saying, there are so many tools. You can go to traditions. So traditions, like ancient traditions, are not still living because somebody did do it and they found it, it's not working, but let's do it. So it will not go for thousands of years. So if you go to the roots, go to the traditions that did work, that should work, and you can try to implement in your life. My technique is that I try many things. So if I find something that okay, it might be good, so I try it. I give myself a try, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, half a year. And if it's working, okay, let's continue. If it doesn't work, step aside. That's not my path, and I keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So it's trial and error. So you try it, and if it works, you go with it. If it doesn't work, step aside.
Mm-hmm.
And keep on going.
So going back to the topic of plant medicine, you've obviously been on the path of plant medicine, ayahuasca, a couple other plant medicines as well. But there's a lot of stigma around these experiences, and even when I went through these very, very profound experiences where my entire reality shattered, I go back to the U.S. I try to explain to people what I experienced, everything I saw, and people kind of just look at me like I'm a crazy person that's, oh no, you should have just taken your ibuprofen, you would have been fine. So why do you think that in the Western society, in the in the matrix conditioning, why is it so taboo to introduce traditional concepts like plant medicine or traditional ways to heal yourself? Is it really just that the pharmaceutical industry completely suppress all of these things, or what do you think is the main reasoning behind why the average person is told that these things are wrong and should be shied away from?
So, okay, now we are entering into conspiracy theories. So why does anybody think that that a pro-profit industry is working on to heal you, but they live off the drugs they are selling to you. So if you are healed, you will not need more drugs and more pills. But at the end of the day, so everything is about our mindset, that we are conditioned that there is one pill that will heal you, there is one ceremony that will heal you, there is the Jesus Christ second coming will save you, Captain Ashtar will save you, the aliens will save you, Donald Trump will save you, the white hats will save you. So we are told that the savior is coming from outside, and I think this is the Westerner thing. This is what society and science teaches us, that you are so little, you are so nothing, you are so innocent that you cannot do anything for yourself. So you need something. Whether it's a pill, whether it's a drug, whether it's a plant medicine. So, for example, if you take plant medicine, it's not that you drink it, you suffer during a night, and you wake up in the morning and I'm healed.
Butterflies and rainbows.
Yes, because the ceremony really starts on the second day, and the ceremony is life. It is everyday life, and you have to go to your home where you came from, to your wife, to your parents, to your house, to your job, to your boss. So to those places where you are coming from, where you had your suffering, and so what these techniques give you. They give you a different point of view. So you are looking from this point of view, and then, okay, so let's see from here, and then let's see from here. And from the other point of view, if you look from outside yourself, your struggles, it doesn't really look so bad than from yourself, from your point of view. That's why you go to a therapist. That's why you talk with your friends. To share your problems, that, hey, I have this problem. Can I share with you if you can give me an advice? So I'm asking your advice because you look my problem from a different way, from a different side, from a different point of view. I'm not saying that I have to accept what you're saying, but I will have another point of view. I will have a different perspective of my problem. So, like with ayahuasca, people think that I go there and I will be healed and all my problems will be solved. That's not like this. It will help you that you do your stuff, and it's always you, who have to do the things. If you take pharmaceuticals, that can be very helpful. That can be very good. Because it lowers the symptoms, it takes out the symptoms. You will not have a headache. You will not have this high blood pressure or something that would affect that you cannot concentrate on yourself. But at the end, so all the work you have to do yourself. So that's what all my past years showed me, that it's me who is doing the job, and it's only me. And there's nobody else who will do my job on myself. Even if I go to a therapist, even if I go to a doctor, even if I go to a church, even if I go to a ceremony, there's nobody else, just me. But there's a good news that I can do that. So this plant medicine gives me strength and gives me faith in myself that I can do that. So coming back to that I'm accepting. So I'm not a shit face. I'm not this loser. I'm not this depressive somebody who doesn't like his life. No, I'm strong. I have all my power, and I will change my life.
So my next question will be: there's something that I've learned just being in this area and Tamas' space, that every location and everywhere you spend time and your space and what you eat, what you consume contributes to either a vibration that's high vibration, and there's things and normal conditioning in society that's, eating the bag of Cheetos and, jerking off on the couch. How do you see that? How can you describe to the average person who doesn't really understand what energy is, and they kind of ignore the signs of the clues that their intuition is telling them, and how do you raise your vibration ultimately, if you were to break it down?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm what I'm doing is like trying to pay attention to my heart, like what it says. So it's I developed a technique that before every decision, for a big breath in, concentrate to my heart, to my inner self, to my intuition, you name it, and then if it says that okay, I will go with it. If it says then it's no. If it says no, then it's no. And if it says I don't really like it, then what I decided that I will not reason, so throw it away. And your heart always tells you the truth. That's how can you listen to your heart? It's like, again, like getting like in a meditative state, calming yourself, getting your inner silence and calming your mind. So what I realized in my life, the most beneficial thing is always to calm your mind, because my mind is fucked up. I'm 50 years old, and all my life I was thinking and conspirating and analyzing, and I always made these decisions that I turned out that most of it was wrong at the end. But like always try to make your best decision. So there is no such as the perfect decision. So you're making the good decision, but you make the best possible. And in time, in the future, it will turn out whether it was good or not, but always do your best one. Don't do nothing that you don't like, because why should you decide something that you don't like? Why would you do harm for yourself? If you do that, I'm sorry for you, but there's another path that you should do.
Okay, and so on the topic of also energy, maybe I'll make a video, but you have this pyramid in this space here. You told me a lot about the energy of pyramids, sacred geometry. What do you think? Do you think that these sort of energies and these sort of frequencies that these pyramids, and in Mexico, the waters, the cenotes, how much of a guiding force are they to us, and what do they represent ultimately that you believe help you?
Oh yeah, of course. So the first thing I realized when I moved here to Mexico is that something is different. So it's like the vibration, and so you start learning or researching why is that. So it turns out that this Yucatan Peninsula is like a limestone. It's like a Swiss cheese full of holes, and there's lots of water underneath us. Water stores energy. Water stores memory, and as it is flowing underneath us to the sea, it is bringing the energy of the nature, and it affects us. Just think of if you're in your house, you sleep, your bed is over a water source, so you cannot sleep. You get some illness because that's what the water does. So it changes your energy field, and this pyramid is just our newest experiment that we said that, okay, so why everywhere in the world ancient guys build a pyramid? Because it looks so good. Yeah, it looks good, but okay, so nice photos you can take in Chichen Itza or in Egypt or in Indonesia or many places in the world, but it should be something. So those who study the pyramid fields, they say that it is somehow an energetic, like an amplifier. It creates a vortex inside. So what we are doing now is we are experimenting, sitting there, meditating there, and like using it as a healing, as energy healing. So like you can build also your home at your home or buy on the internet. There are several like personal size pyramids available. The best is, as I learned, from copper, and so it's like a 1 meter or 2 meter high. You can put it in your room. It is disassemblable, and so you can sit there and feel how it works. You can use. There are lots of little pyramids that is called organites. I have one here. I will show you. So they say that these attract negative energy. They create positive energy. And so you can buy these ones many places. It's called organites. So these are pyramids. And so in Playa Carmen and here in Riviera Maya, many people. So what I experienced that there are two type of people. One who comes here and starts his healing work, and the other person who cannot stand being here. So they say that I don't know what's happening. I'm getting anxious, and I have to go out from here.
Do you think it's avoiding the healing?
It's not the healing. It's the energy. This is
it's too strong.
It's too strong for them. Also in Hungary, so we Hungarians are living in a basin among the Carpathians, and they say that the Earth's cap is the thinnest there, and so we are growing there under pressure. So with lots of Earth energy, and that's why we carry lots of weight. That's why when we come out from our place. That's something, wow, it's so easy. And so many foreigners who come to Hungary after a couple of years, they say that I cannot stand anymore because it's too heavy, so the energies are too heavy. But there are in many places in the world, there are high energy points, high energy places. Usually those are these so-called spiritual places or religious places like where Virgin Mary did disappear in Lourdes, in Medjugorje. I've been there and I felt that, something is, I couldn't tell that time what was it, but it filled up my heart. So these are places that when you go there, usually there's water there are fountains, there are creeks coming out from the earth, and usually these places, so this water is healing, and that place is, you feel that, okay, what is healing? So it's not like you go there in wheelchair and then you come out running a marathon. But what I feel and what I understand healing is that you can get rid of many pressure that you have inside you, so you get liberated and you get your inner calmness. So that's what I understand what healing is.
So somebody, let's say they're watching this, they're curious about Mexico, they're curious about the idea of going to more higher vibration places. What, from your experience, what other places have you visited that you would say also have very unique, strong energies that you can relate to Mexico or maybe their own version from your travel?
So for me, the high vibrational places are where nature is. So that's why we wanted to create in this garden also the most nature possible. So go to nature. Mountains, I always like mountains, like San Jose de Pacifico, or Sacred Valley, the Cusco area in Peru, or just here in the Mayan jungle here in the Yucatan Peninsula. There's lots of energy inside, and my strongest place where I've been is Putumayo in south in the Colombian Amazon. So Amazon is always, because that's what I understand. That's where life is coming from. So the water, the oxygen, the plants, the animals, everything. So it's so abundant, that places that I've never seen so much life in a place than the Amazonian jungle.
True.
So that's where I felt the most healing for myself. So the most energizing myself, the more calmness in the same time I receive. So that's why I decided last year that so from last year I'm organizing retreats there to the Colombian Amazons for those people who want to change their life, but they don't know how. So it gives you a huge kick in your ass that, hey, this is what life is. This is what you were missing all your life. And so like, how do we love life? Can you remember, or can you bring up a feeling, the last time, the emotion, the last time you felt loving your life? If not, then these retreats are for you, because that's what shows you where and how. So how you can love your life.
If you want to go to those retreats, I'll have the links in the description. You can coordinate with Tamas. Let's see. So, what are your next plans? What are your next steps? You've gone through years of deep inner work, and you've done the healing to this point. What's the vision you have, and what sort of contribution do you want to make towards humanity, towards the remainder of your life?
My future plan is to make like a center back in Hungary, my birthplace, where I'm coming from. So that will be something where you can come and exchange knowledge, meeting wisdom keepers, elders, those people who can help you, and also be in a nice ambience, and so like having creating a home for those people who are feeling lost, and wants to get some help from others who might be able to help. I'm not talking about just myself, but so I last year I bought a house back in Hungary. I'm now trying to find ways how I can renovate it and transform it into a center, like a community center. It's far from everything, but still close to everything. It's in a beautiful nature place, and so my vision is a little bit going back to nature. So experiencing the creation, so how we can co-create with God, with the nature, you name it, and so it's like growing plants, experiencing new I mean, old new ways of agriculture, and especially seeing how we can save water, how we can not contaminate water, and how we can get the most out of our life, making less trash and leaving the less trash after us. So like as we came with nothing, we go with nothing, but in between what we are creating, we are leaving so many trash. What we are using, what we are doing, and there are lots of ways how we can put our little sand, grain of sand to this world, and create something better for ourselves in the future when we come back.
So actually, interesting topic. So there's a lot, obviously, in if you watch the news or you look at modern, what's sort of being pushed in terms of the planet. There's a lot of talk about climate change. There's a lot of talk about living more sustainably, electric cars, so on and so forth. What's your opinion about this whole movement? What is right and what is wrong, and what ultimately do we need to do as humans to improve the overall quality of the planet currently?
I think we have to find some alternatives for the things that we are using. I don't really believe in this electric stuff, because as you know, we are looking at how much energy and how much materials are needed for making a battery, and what is our energy source to produce electricity. Is not sustainable at all. So we are cutting trees and burn them in thermoelectrics to produce electricity, to charge our electrical car, to be able to go where we can go.
So it's a scam.
Well, a battery has its lifespan of let's say 20 years. So there are lots of calculations. So if you are comparing a traditional gasoline car with an electrical car, the mileage comes out like double for the electric car. We need some complete change of thinking, of how we live, how we want to what we want to do. It's something that what I don't think we have to find a solution for big time for everybody, because there's no solution for everybody. But you can do a solution in your life. So you can produce less waste. You can use like a recyclable bottle or a thermos for your daily drinks, and not buying plastic water. And also what I see the best way is that how you vote with your money. So spend your money on those companies, on those persons who you think and who you see that they are doing something good, and let's give them our money, and not to those big companies who are making the world, our planet, like a wasteland. Yeah, I love our dogs. Yeah, love animals, because they know they show you. So like dogs show us one thing. That's an interesting thing. So dogs show us unconditional love. They show us how they love us, how somebody can love you unconditionally. And if you have cats show you how you should love somebody unconditionally. So if you want to love a cat, you can love from a distance. You cannot call a cat or you cannot make them to love you. Cats love you when they want. and they don't want you because you give them food. They love you because you are. And so this is unconditional love. That's what we have to practice. And in our households, more and more people have pets, dogs, cats, and they show us how we should love ourselves.
They're really a mirror of who we are, right?
Yeah.
You look at a dog owner, and it's exactly how the owner is.
I have four dogs, 4 cats, and all the 8 of them are different in completely way, and they show me a different mirror each one of them. So it's interesting.
All right, so I think we'll wrap it up there. Definitely some interesting conversations we covered today. So thank you, Tamas, for being here. I will put description down below. I will put some of Tamas's information if you want to reach out to him regarding any of his events that he'll be doing, or if you want to reach out to him. I don't know what you'd like to share, but anything that you'd like to share, I'll put in the description below so you can reach out to Tamas. So thanks again for being here, and any last message you want to share with everybody?
Last message is that you can do it, and you're the only one who can do it. And if I can help you, I'm here and can share what I know. And if you have something, and if you know something, share it with the others and help the others because they need you. Thank you.